So you just had a breakup. Now what? You feeling down, you feeling stressed, you feeling like the world is over. Some of you might feel relieved, right? Well, in this video, I'm finna share 5 tips that you can do to level up after a breakup, right after the intro. What's happening, beautiful people? It's your boy, Coach P2 Real, aka The Willis, and I'm back with another video. And today I'm gonna be talking about how to level up after a breakup, right? So you just got out of this relationship and you felt like you gave your all, you feel like you lost a lot, you know what I'm saying? And some of you feel like, hey, you know, it is what it is, right? But listen, regardless of how the relationship ended, right, it's important that you take all of that energy that you have left over and put it into yourself, right? And let me tell you something. I done got dumped before, you know what I mean? But here's the thing, when I got dumped, every chance I got, I put that energy that was left over into me. I started exploring myself. I started building myself up mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And still to this day, I'm still doing the inner work and I'm still working on me, right? And so I'm gonna share 5 tips that I use daily. I'm gonna share these 5 tips that I use in my life, period. That's gonna help you level up and also rediscover who you are so you can get back focused on that, on your track, all right? All right, so the first thing you need to do to level up after a breakup is you need to heal, right? And so when we healing, we're talking about we have to leave the past where it's at, right? You don't even want to put any blames. You don't want to pinpoint anybody doing wrong or who did this and who that, because we're moving on now, right? And especially if you were really committed into the relationship, I know it's tough, right? But here's the thing. We have to move forward. And in order to move forward, the first thing we have to do, we have to forgive. We have to forgive whatever that person did. We also have to forgive ourselves, and we can't blame myself. You get what I'm saying? The realest thing that I can tell you, man, is just to really invest in self-improvement. If you're not investing in your self-improvement in the sense of your mental, right, then you know you're going to be stuck still in that same spot, right? But learn from the situation, most importantly. Look at the things that you could have done better. Look at the things that you did wrong, right? But don't sit on it for too long, you know what I'm saying? And once you actually self-evaluate what you did in the relationship, now you can sit there and say, okay, boom, I made this move. Now moving forward, I gotta make sure I don't make this move if I'm interested in getting into another relationship. So you definitely gotta do the inner work and the self-evaluation before you can proceed and move on to the next phase. So relationships, they get tough, right? We get heated discussions, heated arguments, frustration. A lot of things go on when you're in a relationship, especially when you know the relationship is at the end and you're fighting. And so relationships can be very draining. That's why this next step is important, right? And that is, you need to increase your emotional intelligence, right? So you have to learn your emotional behaviors, right? And here's the thing. If you was in your relationship and you realize from your self-evaluation that, man, you know what? I was reacting more than responding. We gotta work on that. You know what I'm saying? Because again, relationships can be emotionally draining for sure. And it drains a lot of energy trying to make sure that not only are you straight, but the person you're with is straight, right? So you got to get your emotional intelligence in check. You know what I'm saying? Again, that starts with self-care. That starts with evaluation, right? That starts with the inner work of knowing, like, this is what I did and this is what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? And so it's very important that you are taking accountability for how you acted, right? You can't learn from the situation and have a fixed mindset and just saying, listen, I did everything perfect. Absolutely, you did not do everything perfect, but that's okay. But you can learn from what happened, right? Again, we're not pointing the fingers, we're evaluating. We're challenging what did we do wrong. So when I move forward, I won't make that move, right? And even when you move forward, if you get into another relationship, it's not about walking on eggshells. It's not about being afraid to be who you are, but it is about self-awareness. It is about, you know what, I did this in the last relationship, so moving forward in my next relationship, because I believe in love and I want love and I'm worthy of love, then I'm not going to, you know, make sure I'm not going to be yelling at whoever I'm with. I'm going to make sure that I'm always calm and collected. You know what I'm saying? saying? I'm gonna make sure that I before I react, I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna think before I do whatever I need to do, right? Because we are emotional creatures. However, but we get better as time goes on, and we gotta take accountability. And doing that right there, that didn't work, it's gonna save you a lot of energy in the long run, because that's what this thing is about. So this next tip, especially if you're not giving up on love, you're not giving up on relationships, all right, before you move forward and trying to get into it with someone else after doing the all this inner work and etc., you need to first stop and clarify your standards, not your expectations, right? And I want to share the difference. When you have standards, these are things that, what I'm saying, this is what I stand for, right? Most people say, I want loyalty, I want trust, what I'm saying, I want mutual agreements, and that's real. But also when you dealing with a person, when you don't know how they are living or what their values are or what their standards are, that could be very difficult for you. So before you proceed into another situation, you got to make sure you know your standards. You got to know what it is that you like. You got to know what it is that I don't like. And even though you have standards, even though you are creating a certain type of blueprint of what you would like the person to be, you got to understand, you got to be open-minded, and you can't set expectations for this person to be like that. Because if you set expectations, then after that 30-day honeymoon stage, you realize, man, this person ain't doing what I thought, or this person tricked me. Well, you set those expectations, you failed yourself. So when you set these standards, you're not necessarily judging, you're not setting expectations. This is just really simply what I like, you know what I mean? And so you have to be about that way. You got to know exactly what it is that you like, and that's, again, this is not about a perfect person. This is not about perfection. It's just about, hey, listen, this is what I like. And so in relationships, especially dealing with people, you got to be open-minded, you got to be willing to bend, and you got to also be willing to pick the fights that's worth fighting, if that's what you're gonna do, right? But make it all worth it, make it all make sense, right? Make sure you check out my next video in the recommendations. You're gonna love it. It's gonna follow right behind this topic too. So the fourth thing you need to do to level up after a breakup is you need to create some self-discipline in yourself, right? And so the reason why we want to have self-discipline, because we're moving forward and we don't want to do the same things that we did that was not valuable or profitable in our decisions, all right? So the first thing you might want to do, and you should do, is create a routine, right? A good, consistent routine that's going to keep you structured. It's going to keep you focused. You know what I'm saying? Your routine might consist of, when I get up, I'm going to spend at least 30 minutes with myself. I'm going to do my affirmations. I'm going to work out, whatever the case may be. Create a routine that's going to keep you focused, that's going to keep you disciplined, and, continue to push yourself, you know what I'm saying, no matter what the situation is. And I guarantee the routine alone is just going to give you some self-worth that, nobody else can give you. It's going to give you some value and create some value, and it's going to create some confidence in yourself just off the routine. And also, along with this discipline, make sure you creating your core values along with the standards that you have for the relationship, right? And so these core values, again, they're going to keep you aligned. They're going to give you clarity. They're going to be like, this is what I stand for. You know what I mean? This is what I don't tolerate. This is how I live. And so when you're standing on your core values and you're living based off your core values, yes, you will attract the person, that you are. So whatever you're doing, you typically will attract a person with the same things going on. So you can't sit there and expect for a person to have their stuff together and you still don't have yours together, because it always ends in a nightmare, man. So make sure you have your routine, make sure you have your core values, and also make sure that you are taking accountability for your own actions and yourself and your life. You know what I'm saying? So it's nobody else's responsibility, especially after a breakup and you're trying to level up. It's all about you, baby. It's all on you. So make sure you're doing the due diligence that you need to do, to make sure that you're holding yourself accountable. And so the fifth thing is, this is very important. You need to surround yourself around love, right? Listen, after a breakup, man, don't go around them yes man people, right? The ones that's gonna say, you know what, you deserve better. You want people around you that's gonna, they're gonna love you. They're gonna give you real love. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's gonna tell you, like, listen, you was wrong for this, you know what I mean? Because especially after a breakup, bro, like, it don't even matter. That's the past, right? And we talked about healing in the first, step. So When we heal and we let it go, you get around these people, it ain't no more talking about that. It's more about, okay, listen, how can I get better? You know what I mean? But surround yourself around real, true support. Not no yes man. It's not someone that's gonna tell you what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? You want people around you that's gonna help you grow. You want to actually ask those people that you can trust, that you know is one way and real, to self-evaluate you. You know what I'm saying? To say, hey man, how you think I react in my emotions? Give me your honest opinions and don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? Learn from that. You know what I'm saying? Ask 3 people, for example. If you look at the 3 people and you ask them a certain question and 2 out of 3 of them give you the same answer, then you might want to be open-minded enough to say, let me look into that myself, right? So again, surround yourself around love, people that's gonna hold you accountable, people that's gonna give you that feeling that you need. You need true friends, you need your family that truly love you, because they're gonna help you get through everything that you need to get through. All right. So just to do a quick recap on today's video, we talked about 5 ways to level up after a breakup. The number 1 thing you need to do is you need to heal. You need to put the past in the past, leave it in the past, and focus on the present, right? Get into the future. The next thing you need to do, you need to develop your EQ. You want to make sure that you on top of your things, your emotional intelligence, building yourself up and holding yourself accountable for your emotional responses, right? Number 3, if you decided to go into another relationship, take time for yourself, but make sure you clarify the standards that you have, not the expectations that you're going to have for a person, right? And we clarified and broke down what the standards was and how to set standards and not expectations. So make sure you're doing that. And number 4, make sure you improve your self-discipline, create your routine, make sure your core values are in line so you can keep clarity and you can keep focus on your new journey. And number 5, make sure you surround yourself around some love, some real people, someone that's gonna hold you accountable, that's gonna help you grow, someone that's gonna help you build. All right. If you like this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I need that support. I appreciate y'all for what y'all doing. Let me know in the comments, you know, some of the things that you do or that you're doing to level up, or that you did after a breakup that really hurt you, right? It's important that we take care of our mental health, and we taking care of ourselves through self-care is very, very important at the end of the day, right? Also, make sure y'all follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook at Coach P2 Real. All the support, man, I appreciate everything. Thank you all for everything, all right? I love y'all. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time. It's your boy, Coach P.